Okay, welcome to the World of Warcraft, the start of actual playthroughs for the actual quest. So these are going to be a bunch of spoilers, so if you don't want spoilers, best click off this video and then come back when you've actually played through them before, so that way you don't get any spoilers. But if you're going to play as like the Zargon character, then by all means come and watch this, so that way you get a good idea of the playthroughs and everything, so you have a good idea beforehand. So now, the party, I'm going with the barbarian, the rogue, wizard, and elf. So dwarf got no luck here today. This group. So Keth the barbarian, Kithri the rogue, Kellen the wizard, and then Droste the elf. So got the character sheets all set up, and so working with what I have, and so a lot of this stuff will probably be off screen for now, and roll. So the dice here will be the movement dice. And you did two six-sided dice, and then the defend, attack, and basically combat dice. All this stuff comes with the actual game and everything. So we'll start off what I'll do is the barbarian, rogue, the elf, and then the wizard. And so now I'm doing something slightly different with the wizard. Since there are actual elf spells in the expansion, what I did, and those are the rogue skills. So here's the elf spells. I gave the elf three of the elf spells, and of course, the rogue has his three abilities. So what I'll do is I'll showcase each one so people can pause to read and everything for the three rogue abilities, and then the same thing like the three elf spells. So I went with the three elf spells for the elf. Normally, though, the elf gets one of the elements, and the wizard gets the other three. But since I'm using kind of the expansion sets as well, and we'll be doing playthroughs for those, decided to, in a sense, up the game of the hero. So now the wizard, elf, will have the three elf spells, and the wizard gains all four of the elements and everything. So it makes the party slightly more powerful and that much harder to kind of and knock off and everything. So we'll start with the barbarian, the rolling. So I'll probably try and shut up as much as I can. So 1, 2, 3, open door, and then 4, and of course I got this, and of course I forgot to actually read the actual stuff from Zargon. So we'll start off with this to kind of circle back to this and everything before I go any further. The fire burns warmly, but casts little light into Mentor's study. The flickering shadows only hint at the vast number of books and scrolls that fill the many shelves. Slowly, Mentor walks over to the fire. Well, my friends, your training is complete. You are not yet true heroes. You have yet to prove yourselves, but first, let me tell you of Zargon. Many centuries ago, Zargon was my apprentice. The young sorcerer worked hard and learned quickly, but impatience devoured Zargon, who wanted to learn more powerful magic. I spoke of the dangers and cautioned patience, for in time my apprentice would become a great sorcerer. But Zargon could not wait, breaking into my study each night to read my spellbooks. The secrets held within them were great indeed. Upon learning these secrets, Zargon fled. When I caught up with Zargon, I found my former apprentice greatly changed, having pledged allegiance to the great powers of dread. Fool, Zargon saw magic only as a shortcut to power, and paid no heed to the terrible price that would have to be paid. I tried to reason with Zargon, but to no avail. The evil sorcerer laughed in my face and then unleashed a terrible spell that was hard-pressed to counter. For many days we battled, but Zargon had allies stronger even than I, and I could not defeat them. In the end, as we both weakened, Zargon fled and sought refuge in the northern dread wastes. There, the evil sorcerer licked battle wounds and honed skills, conjuring ancient powers with which to overthrow their realm. I must observe and measure the strength of Zargon's magic. The powers that the evil sorcerer has called upon will destroy us all, if I relax from this vigil. Zargon's legions threatened us once before. Then it was Rogar who aided me and defeated them. Now they are on the march again. Already they have assailed the borderlands. The realms must again look for heroes. To this end I have trained you. Each of you must complete 14 quests. If you do this, you will be acclaimed as champions of the realm and dubbed sovereign knights. Only then will you be on the road to becoming true heroes. I shall speak with you again on your return, if you return. Now the opening part for like the actual first quest, the trial. Now I'm going to read the opening part. So, you have learned well, my friends. Now has come the time of your first trial. You must first enter the catacombs that contain Felmarg's tomb. You must seek out and destroy Varag, the foul gargoyle that hides in the catacombs. This quest is not easy, and you must work together in order to survive. This is your first step on the road to becoming true heroes. Tread carefully, my friends. Now we can continue on with the actual adventure. So, there we go. So, now we go to Rogue. So 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to have these guys work as a team. 7 for the elf. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wizard. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, I'm going to have them kind of like a Fargo rolling. So basically, I believe you're doing that from time to time just to kind of get set up and everything, the search and stuff. So, all right, now we open up the good old door. Let's see here. Alright, now this first quest, there's no traps and everything, so I'm not going to be worried about like having to search for traps or like anything. And of course, I forgot to place the door. So now the barbarian. 5. Let's see, yeah. 1, 2, 3. And now I'm going to attack. So I've got like a... Put that right there. I've got stuff written down on the character sheets and everything, so, but I also got like since this is the first one, I also got the cards and stuff, so it's kind of easy to kind of use the cards as reference and everything, so, and I also got the monster cards, so it's going to be kind of easy to pull out the cards and stuff, so, Barbarian, 3 to attack. Attacking this one. 1. Orc. Doesn't defend. It's got 1 body point, so boink. Now we'll go to the rogue. Yep, he's going to be able to move in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rogue has 1 attack dice for... Nope. The elf, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Time this elf has 2 attack dice, 1, and then 2 defend dice. Out defended. So now the wizard. 1, 2. He's not going to attack or anything. He can't attack diagonal. So now we go to the orc. He's going to attack the barbarian. He's got attack dice of 3. Nothing. So now we go back to the barbarian. So now he's going to attack. 3 attack dice. 1. 2 defend dice. Nope. So there we go. So now the trick I learned like when I was a kid for searching for treasure and everything in this room is to kind of like basically square off the party like this and everything. So when you pull like treasure cards, so as like pull these out and everything. When you pull treasure cards, there's also wandering monsters, and so when you pull a wandering monster, it pretty much has to immediately attack the character that pretty much searched for treasure. And of course, the trick is with putting the wizard in the corner like that, the wandering monster can't attack them right away. So that's the trick that you can do and everything. So basically, this room doesn't have any like notes for like treasure, so I gotta pull like a treasure card. So that's like a trick that you can kind of give like your players, that like when they're pulling one of these and you get like a wandering monster, the wandering monster has to immediately attack the character that is searching for treasure. So the trick around it is, like I said, put them in the corner so they can't necessarily attack right away when if you do pull a wandering monster. So now I'm gonna do like a full treasure for all of them. So, oh hey, look, 25 gold. So now what I'm gonna do is on like what I'm gonna do is just like all the gold and stuff. I'm just gonna like on one character sheet. So I'll take like the wizard, and I'm just gonna write everything down. So like there's that one. Or actually, I'll just like sit there and write them on each character and everything. So now we go to the rogue. Mix them up again. Pull one out. Hey, jewels, 50 gold coins. So that was the rogue. So these guys are going to make out like bandits and everything. So rogue and wizard. Now we do the barbarian. So this one's probably going to be a long ass video and everything. So put the jewels back. All right, so barbarian. Yeah, you see, wandering monster. So as you're searching, a monster stalks you and attacks. Zargon places the wandering monster listed in the quest book on any square next to you. The monster attacks immediately. Return this card to the bottom of the deck. So, like I said, like the way like we did it when I was kids, that it had to attack like the hero that like pulled it immediately. So the wandering monster in this is an orc, so he can't attack immediately. So, but like so the elf is right in front of him. So like the elf has 2 attack dice, 1 skull. The orc has 2 defend dice. Nope. So there you go. Boom. So barbarian got nothing. So now we just need to do like the elf. Alright, so yeah, that's like one way you can do it, is like with the wandering monsters, as you can see, to tell the party about that. So alright, elf treasure hoard. Holy shit. They got 300 gold for the elf. So I'll write that down for them. So the only one who didn't get anything in that room was the barbarian. Poor barbarian. So now we are going to go into the next room. And I'm not even bother rolling, because I'm going to just set them up like that to be able to go into the next room. Open the door. Let's see here. And then set this room up. So, alright, let's see here. Right there, fish lips. Good old abomination, good old fish lips. And there's that door. So now 10. So like the barbarian's going to go right here in the middle and attack the abomination. That's like the one difference between this game and the 1990 version. You had abominations here, and you got femurs or famirs in the old one. So now barbarian attacks. He has 3 attack dice with his broadsword. 2 skulls. Abomination has 3 defend dice. Defended 1 and took 1, so he's down to 1 body point. So now I'm going to have like the elf come in. 7. 1, 2, 3. He's going to try and elf is going to try and finish off the abomination. So elf has 2 attack dice, 2 skulls. Abomination 3 defend dice. Nothing. So there goes the fish lips. Now the rogue. 1, 2. Wizard. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And attack the goblin. Let's see your goblin. 1 attack dice. Nothing. So now the goblin's going to try and attack the barbarian. 2 attack dice. Nothing. Now it's the barbarian's turn. Attack the goblin. So 1 defend dice. Nothing. So there goes the goblin. So now you go to searching for treasure. Same kind of concept. So, first off, we're going to start with the elf. Alright, let's see here. So, elf, hazard. Suddenly, the stone beneath your feet gives way. You fall into a shallow hole, losing 1 body point, and ending your turn. Okay, so that's 1 body point. So the elf is now down to 5. Next up, we'll do the barbarian. Alright, let's see here. Barbarian. Barbarian's not getting any luck with the wandering monster again. So that's an orc, but they can't attack, so put that right next to the elf. Elf has 2 attack dice. Orc has like 2 defend dice. 1 skull. Nothing. Orc has 1 body point, so there that goes. Poor barbarian's not getting any luck with the treasure. Let's see here now. We did the elf and the barbarian. Now we do the rogue. Alright, let's see here. So pull it. Okay, jewels. Rogue for the jewels. 50 gold pieces. Let's write that down. So let's see here. Rogue. They're up to 100. These guys are getting rich quick. Except for the poor barbarian. Now we finally do the wizard. Let's see here. So pink. Oh, another wandering monster. No luck there. So pink can't attack immediately because we're like so barbarian. 1 skull. Orc has like 2 defend dice. Nothing. And he has 1 body point, so blink. Alright, so now we start over. Now I'm going to start rolling to move to this next door. So 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open that door. Open says me. 4. So 5. Let's see here. Nothing. Let's see here. 6, 7, 8. Let's see here. Rogue. 1. That's elf. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 9. So now we got 2 doors. Let's see, 1 right here. And then 1 right there. So now, to hurry things up, I'm just going to, as a party, I'm now going to go check out this first door. And then good old open says me. Alright, now we get to put what's in the room. Alright, so table right here. And what do you know? 2 goblins. So let's see here. Just going to roll for the barbarian just to make sure you just get 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I'm going to attack that goblin. 3 attack dice. Nothing. So now I'm going to roll for the elf. 4. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to attack that goblin. So 2 attack dice. 1. Goblin has 1 defend dice. Defended. Now these goblins are looking out. So now the rogue. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to attack that one. 1. Oh, that one didn't luck out. Alright, now the wizard. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Nope. Goblin. He's seeing the pesky little wizard. Nothing. Now it's back to the barbarian. 1. Nothing. So boom. Now it's back to like a double checking. Yeah, no doors. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have the barbarian start out. Maybe the barbarian can luck out and actually get like some treasure other than wandering monsters this time. So in each room, one of the rules is that like each character can only search for like at least like the way I did it when I was a kid, that each character could search the room for treasure just once. So theoretically, you could search the room like for treasure 4 times, as you can see like with what I've been doing. So let's see here. All right, one last time. So let's see here. Let's see. Oh, a potion of healing. So barbarian actually lucked out and got a potion of healing. So I'll write that down. Potion of healing. And that's in a bundle of rags, you find a small bottle of bluish liquid. You can drink this healing potion at any time, restoring the number of body points equal to a roll of 1 red die. You cannot, however, exceed your starting number points of body points. This can only be used once. Do not return this card to the deck. So I'm going to keep this card out and everything to be able to reference and everything. So, for instance, like it said, what I can do is I can roll one of these dice and everything, and like I'll do this as an example. So that would, in a sense, if I had to drink that, would give me 2 more body points left. And so the max, though, that the barbarian has, for instance, is 8. So I couldn't raise it up to 9 or 10. I could raise it back up to 8, though. So that's how the potion of healing works. So now we go back to searching for more treasure. So I'm going to do the wizard. So these guys are probably going to be getting quite a bit of gold and everything. So I'll probably have them do like a shopping spree once like we get out of here in part of this video. All right, so one last time. So, all right, let's see here. So, all right, jewels, 50 gold pieces for the wizard. So wizard is up to 75. Come on, erase. 75. And now we do the elf. I'm not even going to bother. Potion of strength for the elf. So I'll write that down. Potion of strength. Alright, so here we go. You find a small purple flask. You can drink this strange smelling liquid at any time, enabling you to roll 2 extra combat dice the next time you attack. This may only be used once. Do not return this card to the deck. So now we got another card that we got. So did the barbarian and the elf, and now we do the wizard. So let's see here. So, oh, another potion of healing. This one for the elf. I mean the wizard. So with pulling these out of the deck and everything, since they can't be returned, you can see how getting hazards and wandering monsters, the chance of getting that stuff increases. So now, only one left to go is the rogue. So now, let's see here. Potion of Magic Resistance. This potion, the potion in this small blue bottle, negates the effects of any damage causing spell cast on you. Drink it when the spell is cast, and you may ignore the effects of the spell. This works only for the hero drinking the potion. This potion may be used only once. So actually, I'm gonna keep that out, and that's for the rogue. Let's see here, Potion of Magic Resistance. Resistance. All right, so now I'm not going to worry about rolling. I'm going to move on to the next room. Figure do this like a system, since we're actually having good luck with finding treasure. Like, hey, let's continue on searching for treasure. So now we open this door. Let's see here. Barbarian is going to be the primary opening the door because he's the primary fighter. So now let's see here. Bookcase. Actually, spell book. So let's see here. Right there. Okay. Goblin orc. Goblin. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Orc. And then door. All right. It's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's going to attack the orc. Let's see here. 2 defend dice. 1 skull. Nope, so he takes 1 point. Now I'm going to move to the elf. So 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they're in the way, so like he's only going to be able to attack the goblin. So 1. Goblin has 1 defend. Nope. So goblin goes bye-bye. Now rogue. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 attack dice. 1. Orc has 2 defend dice. Nothing. So there goes the orc. Man, these heroes are rolling pretty good. I'm rolling pretty good for them. So now it's treasure searching time. Let's see how good like treasure searching continues for these guys and everything. So as soon as the luck goes out, I probably will like start like trying to find the actual like room where like the gargoyle is. So as soon as these guys luck run out, I might like double back and check other places. So wandering monster. So once I fight like a wandering monster, then I'll start. All right, so I got to pull up the orc. All right, so not barbarian. 2. And let's see, your orc, 2 defend dice. Nothing, so boom. They lucked out yet again. So wizard got nothing. I'll go to barbarian. Let's see here, so. Oh, barbarian actually got like 25 gold. So. Alright, so. Let's see here. 25 gold. Alright, so those 2 are set. Now it's the rogue. Jewels. 50 gold pieces for the rogue. So that he's up to 150. 150. Now elf. Let's see here. So the elf got another 25 gold. So mix this up real quick before I write that down for the elf. Oh, 325 for the elf. The elf is rich this. So again, I'll probably end up going on the shopping spree for these guys afterwards. So now I'm going to spend this next turn setting up. So I'll spend one turn setting up. And since the luck continues, open that door. All right. Ooh. We see the undead for the first time. So, skeletons. And then a door right in the middle. All right, so barbarian, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see here, pull out the handy dandy monster card. 3 attack dice for him. 2 skulls. Skeleton has 2 defend dice, 1 body point. That one's dead. We'll have the rogue go next. So 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Nothing. Now we have elf go. So 8. 1, 2, 3. So 4. Has 2 attack dice. 1. Has 2 defend. Nothing. So that one's done. Rolling right through this. So now we do the good old treasure searching. Start with the wizard. Alright, let's see here. Wizard got 50 gold with the jewels. Let's see here. That's 125. Now, the elf. Potion of defense for the elf. Potion of defense. And this one. Amidst a collection of old bottles, you find a small vial containing a clear liquid. You can drink this potion at any time, giving you 2 extra combat dice the next time you defend. This may only be used once. Do not return this card to the deck. So we got the barbarian, the wizard, and the elf. Now time to do the barbarian. So let's see here, barbarian. Got 25 gold. And so he's up to 50. He's the poorest out of them all, only having 50 gold so far. And now, the last one, the rogue. Alright, let's see your treasure cards. Mix this up real quick. Let's see here, so all right, jewels, 50 jewels for the rogue. So the rogue is up to 200. So 200. Now, on to the next room. Let's see here, so let's see. 1, 2. Alright, so next room, before I go rolling to set this up, open the door, roll for barbarian. Alright, so 5 for the barbarian, so once he moves. Alright, in this room, let's see here, so door right here. Let's see here, 2 zombies and a mummy. Mummy, and then 2 zombies. Pull out mummy and zombie. So the barbarian is going to go after the mummy. Poor old mummy. So let's see here. 3 attack dice for the barbarian. 1 skull. The mummy has 4 defend dice. Nothing. So he got 1. So the mummy's down to 2. 1 hit had 2 body points, and now it's down to 1. Now we'll do the elf. So 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Attack the skeletons. 2. I mean the zombie. Zombie has 3 defend dice, so he needs to defend against 2. Defended 1, but they only have 1 body point, so there's that one gone. Now the rogue. So 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 attack dice. And then zombie has 3 defend dice. Yep, defended. And the wizard is just going to sit here and hang back. Actually, it's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 attack dice. Zombie. 3. That one only has 1. Yep, that one's done. So now the mummy's going to attack the barbarian. 3 attack dice. 1 skull. Barbarian has 2 defend dice. Got 1 white shield. Defended. So now it's back to the barbarian. 1 skull. No defense. They got hit down, so blink. There we go. Ripping through these monsters like it's nothing. So now we're going to start with the rogue. Alright. Oh, hazard. 1 body point. Mix these up real quick. So rogue took 1. It's down to 4. Now we do the barbarian. Alright, let's see what's something. Barbarian got jewels for 50 gold. Mix this up real quick. Alright, so I'll write that down for the barbarian. He's up to 100. Yeah, they should be able to get at least some equipment. So now, do the rogue and the barbarian. Now we do the elf. Now hazard. Elf takes 1. Alright, so elf is down to elf's down to 4. Now wizard. Seems luck is finally 50 jewels for the wizard. He's up to 175. 175. Yeah, I'm going to actually search next room. So set this one up. Take 1 turn to set the group up like usual. And then have barbarian open the door. Alright, let's see here. 2. Let's see your skeleton. And then mummy. And treasure chest. And that's right there. So barbarian, he's just going to step in here. Strategy for this, he's going to take the beating, and the rest of the party is just going to stand back. He's going to attack this one. 3 skulls. Let's see, skeleton has 2 defend dice and 1 body point, so it goes bye-bye because it's like with 3 skulls, it would be do 3 damage, and the best you can do is defend 2, which is 1. So now we're just going to stay as is the skeleton. That's right there. Let's see here, 2 attack dice, 1 skull. Barbarian has 2 defend dice. Nothing, so the barbarian takes 1 point of damage. Let's see here. There's the barbarian. He's down to 7. Now we're back to the barbarian. 3 attack dice. 1. Skeleton has 2. That was defended. Back to the skeleton. Let's see, 2. Barbarian takes another 2. He's down to 5. Now time for the barbarian to attack. 2. Let's see your skeleton. 2. 1, but he takes 1 point of damage and only 1 body point. Boom. So now mummy steps up and attacks. So 3 attack dice. 1 skull. Barbarian has 2. Nothing, so he's down to 4. Now it's time for the barbarian to attack. Let's see, 1. Mummy has 4. Defend. Mummy. 3. Nothing. Back to the barbarian. 3 skulls. 1, so he takes 2 points damage, has 2 body points, so boom. Barbarian kind of took like a little beating with that, so now we're going to do some searching. So with this one, this one's actually searching like it has like a kind of good note on it. So D, the first hero who searches for treasures finds 84 gold coins in the treasure chest. So the barbarian ends up with 84. So let's see here, barbarian 184. Let's see, 184, and now go to the other 3. So we'll do the rogue. We'll do it like this. So rogue. Wandering monster. So orc, since they can't attack. Barbarian, 3 skulls. Orc has 2 defend dice. He's only going to be able to defend 2 out of 3. Has 1 body point, so boom. So there's the rogue. Now time for the elf. Let's see, an elf. Wandering monster. So same type of deal. A barbarian. 1. Orc. That's 2. Nothing. Boom. Now time for the wizard. Let's see here. Wizard. Heroic brew. Let's write that down. Heroic brew. You are surprised to find a leather bag hanging on the wall. If you drink its contents before you attack, you can make 2 attacks instead of 1. This may only be used once. Do not return this card to the deck. Alright, so let's see here. So now time to go back and search out the rest. So let's see here. We searched out all of that stuff, and of course I forgot that mentioned that this room actually had a note about it, like the weapons on this rack are chipped, rusted, and broken. There's nothing here that the heroes would want. So now you go back. I'm not even going to bother rolling until like get to here. I'm going to say the barbarian stops right there to be able to see. And so bink. Now before we go like any further, what I'm going to have since the barbarian's kind of hurting, I'm going to have him use that potion of healing that he got. So I'm going to erase it off his character sheet and roll a dice. So 5. He was at 4, so I'm able to heal 5 body points, but 5 would put me at 9, which would be above the 8. So he's completely healed. So now I figure we go on. So let's see here. He has 1 body point. He needs 2 more. So now spend a turn actually setting up at this one. Open this door. Alright, let's see here. Cupboard. Put that. Let's see here. So bank. And this. Alright, so let's see here. Treasure chest right there. And we got 2 big hitters here. These guys are known as Dread Warriors. In the original game, they were known as Chaos Warriors. So he's actually up there. He's right there. So these guys are pretty much like the heavy hitters. So this is going to be interesting. So now, because as you can see, their stats and everything, 4, 4, 3, 3. So let's see, I'll just roll for the barbarian real quick. So 2, so 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now he's going to attack. So 3 attack dice. 1. They get 4 defend dice. 1. So now the rogue is going to step up. 6. 1, 2, 3. So 1. Nothing. So now, let's see here. I'm going to bring in the wizard. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so what he's going to now do, since he knows he can't attack, but he can use spells. So let's see here. I'm going to put one of them to sleep. This spell puts a monster into a deep sleep so it cannot move, attack, or defend itself. This spell can be broken at once or on a future turn by the monster rolling 1 red die for each of its mind points. If it's 6 is rolled, the spell is broken. It may not be used against mummies, zombies, or skeletons. So we're going to put this one to sleep. So that spell is used. So it has 3 mind points, so it has to roll a 6. Nope, that didn't work. Anyway, now we bring in the elf. 1, 2. We'll put him right here. And we'll have him use one of his spells. Let's see here. He is going to use his deep sleep on this one. This spell may be cast on any monster within your line of sight. The monster has 1 to 3 mind points. The monster falls asleep immediately. It stays asleep until Zargon's next turn. The monster cannot attack or defend itself. So that one automatically gets put to sleep for this turn. And then now we got this one. So now he's going to attack the barbarian. So 4, 1 skull. Barbarian has 2 defend dice. Nope, so he takes 1 point, so he's down to 7. So now we back to the hero. So now barbarian, 3, 1, 2, 3. 4 defend dice. 1, so he takes 2 points of damage, so he's down to 1 body point. The rogue will attack that one. 1. Let's see here. Make sure the rogue has 1. Yep, so 4. Defended. So now the wizard's going to use another spell, but on the one that's asleep. So, or let's see here. So he's going to use, no, I'll save that one for next. Alright, so he's going to use Genie on himself, and so like he is technically he can't attack diagonal, but he isn't within line of sight. So this spell conjures up a genie who does one of the following: opens any door on the board, revealing what lies beyond, or uses 5 combat dice to attack any monster within your line of sight. So 5 combat dice. So I figure he's like going to take. Let's let's see, 1, 2, 3, and then 4 defend dice. So he's going to take the one that's asleep. 1, 2, so that takes 2 points. So they're both down to 1. So now that's like the wizard's second turn. Now the elf is going to move in and attack this one that he had put to sleep. So he's got 2. 1. Yeah, it's defended. Okay, now it's these guys' turn. So first, Dread Warrior is going to attack the Barbarian again. 2. Who's going to be able to defend 1, so the Barbarian's down to 6. So this one I was going to attack the Elf. So for 4. Got nothing. So now we're back to the hero. So the Barbarian is going to attack again. 2. Oh, he was able to get that one. So now the Rogue is going to attack this one. So 1. Nothing. The Elf is going to attack 1. He was able to defend. The Wizard's going to stay where he is. This one's going to come in and try and attack the Barbarian, figuring out where the opponent. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. So the Barbarian takes 3. He's down to 3. So back to the Barbarian. 2 skulls. And 1 defend. And boom. So now, before we go any further, we figure we've searched everywhere. So that what I'm going to do, the wizard has a potion of healing he's going to give to the Barbarian so that he can heal himself. So Barbarian, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's back up to full. So now what we're going to do is search one last time for treasure. So start off with the Barbarian. This one, the first hero who searches for treasure finds 120 gold coins in the treasure chest. So that puts the Barbarian up to 300. So now what we'll do is the Rogue. Gem for 35. Alright, so Rogue for 30, so he's got 235. 235. Now we move to the Elf, as I'm kind of like getting things in so the modern monster doesn't attack immediately. So let's see here. So he's got a gem of 35. So 360. 360. Now, finally, the Wizard. And he found jewels for 50. So that puts him up to 225. So 225. Alright, so they basically searched the whole map and everything except for over here. So I figure we'll search over here. So let's see, I forgot to put like a tile down there. I'll use that kind of as like a dead end and everything. So they search here for the last door and get set up. So they've gone like through the whole map and everything. So now the Barbarian's going to open the door, the last one. And I swore I had enough of the open doors pulled and everything, so I guess not. That's an easy fix. Open up this map yet again. Now we put in the rest of the stuff and everything. So push this back. So let's see here. We got a table. Let's see here, right here. Got the treasure chest right there. chair right there. Got fireplace right here. All right, the big bad gargoyle right here. Orc. Oh, Chaos Warrior right there, and then another orc right there. All right, so now roll dice for the barbarian. 10. He's 1, 2, 3. He's going to attack the Chaos Warrior. So 3, 2. Chaos Warrior. The Dread Warrior has 4. Nothing. So he takes 2 points of damage. So he's down to 1 body point. So now the Rogue. I'll have him moving 9. So let's see, Rogue. That's the Wizard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Has 1. Nothing. So now the Elf. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Elf is going to use a spell. He's going to use his Time Stop. This spell may be cast on the spellcaster or any one hero the spellcaster chooses. It temporarily stops time for everyone else on the game board, enabling the hero to take another turn immediately after their current turn. So basically now, stops everything. He's able to take one more turn. So he's going to attack the Chaos Warrior. And I'm going to roll it saying that with him not being able to do anything until next turn, he's not going to be able to defend himself. So that's what you probably could say he could defend himself, but I'm going to roll it here that he says that he can't. So if I roll 1 skull, the Chaos Warrior's dead. And there we go. Chaos Warrior's dead. So now, of course, no one else can do anything. So now we start all over again with the Barbarian. So I'll roll movement, so 4, so 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to have to go with the big hitter, the Gargoyle. So I'll pull up like the Gargoyle. So he is able going to defend himself pretty good and everything. So move these guys out of the way. So 3 attack dice. Got 2. But the Gargoyle has 5 defend dice. So I got 2 skulls, and he was able to defend all of them. So now we'll go to the Rogue, and he's going to attack the Orc. So he's just 1, nothing. And now it's the Elf. So he just used Time Stop. Alright, so he's going to use his last spell. This spell reduces any one monster's movement to 1 square per turn. This monster also rolls 1 less combat dice when it attacks or defends. The monster's movement and combat dice cannot be less than 1. If these effects last until the monster is killed or is out of the spellcaster's line of sight. So he's going to cast it on the Gargoyle. So basically, his movement and now goes down to 5. And attack and defense will go down to 3 and 4, respectively. So now we go to the Wizard, who's finally going to just step in here. I'm not even going to bother rolling because that's only 2 squares. And now what he's going to do is use one of his spells. He's going to sit here and get rid of this Orc that's right here. Use Fire of Wrath. This spell may be cast on any one monster, blasting it with flames. It inflicts 1 body point of damage, unless the monster can immediately roll a 5 or 6 on a dice. Nope. So that's 1 point of damage for that Orc. They only have 1 body point, so he takes him out. So now we go to the Gargoyle, who is Varag. Now he only has, because of the slow spell, he only has 3 attack dice. He's going to attack the Barbarian. 1, who has 2 defend dice. Nope, so he's down to the Barbarian. Takes 1 body point, so he's down to 7. The Orc will attack the Rogue. So the Orc has 3 attack dice. 2. And the Rogue has 2 defend dice. He's able to defend 1, so the Rogue takes 1 point of damage. He's down to 3. So now we're back to the Barbarian. 3 attack dice. He's attacking the gargoyle, so 1. He now rolls 4 because of the slow spell. Was not able to defend himself. He's down to 2 body points because he started off with 3. So he's down to 2. So now we'll go back to the rogue. 1 attack dice. He's attacking the orc. The orc has 2 defend dice. He's able to defend. So now we're going to the elf. The elf's used up all his spells. So I got the discard spells over here. So let's see here. Actually, I was supposed to move like the rogue out of the way. So this way. 1, 2, 3. So now he's going to attack this orc. So the elf has 2 attack dice. 1. Orc should have 2 defend dice. Yep, he was able to defend. Now it's the wizard. So now the wizard, I'm going to have him cast this spell. Maybe cast a ball of flame. This spell may be cast on any one monster and envelop in a ball of fire. It inflicts 2 body points of damage. The monster then rolls 2 red dice. For each 5 or 6 roll, the damage is reduced by 1 point. So Barbarian was able to do 1 point of damage to him, so he's down to 2 body points. So the wizard uses that, and that since they did not roll a 5 or 6 on either of them, knocks out the gargoyle, the last 2 body points. So now the orc is going to attack the elf, and so the orc has 3 attack dice, 2 skulls, and then the elf has 2 defend dice. Was able to defend both of them. So now I'm going to roll for the barbarian. 10 to have him come over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now he's going to attack the orc. Mop up this last straggler. 3 attack dice. 1, 2 defend dice. Defended. Now we're going to the elf. Kind of do things out of order. Nope. So he takes 1, 2. The rogue steps up. 1. Orc has 2. Nothing. So boom, he kills him. So now we killed Varag, and so the trial is technically over, but like we're going to do like the good old searching. So start off at the top of the list. So we start off with the barbarian. The first hero who searches for treasures finds 120 gold in this. So now the barbarian is up to 420. 420. So now we'll go to the next in the list. So like the elf. With the elf, and he searches. I'll mix this up real quick. Alright, so the elf, let's see here, this one. Hazard takes 1 point. So that puts him down to 3, but like we're still good. So now we go to the wizard. Potion of healing. So we got one of those potions of healing back that we used earlier. Now the last one is the rogue. So let's see your rogue. Wandering monster. Plop. Now we go back to the barbarian. 2 skulls. Orc has 2 defend dice. It's able to defend 1, but it has only 1 body point. Boom. So now that ends the. Since we're pretty much cleared, we did all the treasure searching. So now I'm going to kind of pick this, like regenerate their spells. So there's the wizard. There's the elf spells. Put these back in the treasure pile. Now I'm going to pull out like I'm not even going to bother worrying about the rolling to get all the way back to the staircase and everything. So these are some of the other elf spells that I did not go with and everything. So let's see here. Those are dread spells. Don't need those. these are artifacts. Let's see here. Artifacts. Let's see. Where's the equipment? Oh, yes. Here we go. So now it's time to like start buying equipment and everything. So pretty sure I had like a yeah. I didn't even use any of like the abilities for the rogue. Totally forgot I had them and everything. So let's see here. Once per turn, when you attack, you short sword. You may make one additional attack with the dagger. So yep. Combat mobility. May move unseen through spaces. Occupied monsters do not stir after use. Opportunist striker. Once per turn, you may throw one extra combat dice when attacking a monster next to another here. Do not discard after use. So let's see here. So we're going to use like a good old like equipment and everything. So there is like a I thought I had pulled it out and everything, but like I guess not. So like we'll there with the next quest having traps, the dwarf can automatically be able to disarm traps. And now how that works is you have to like roll a black dice. So the dwarf has the ability to do that, but the rogue can get the bandolier and be able to do that. Of course, that did cost 300. So the barbarian figures like, hey, yeah, trap disarming is a good thing. So he what the elf will need is another like 65. All right, so 420 minus 65. Quickly do math. Let's see here. Let's see here. 1, let's see 5. So let's see here. 355. So he's down to 355. And he uses up all his gold to get that bandolier. So that way they can disarm traps on the next quest. So there's the rogue. Each one is going to buy some, like at least one thing for them for this next quest and everything. So as I pick up like these cars, get these out of like the way, put these aside for now. Skills, spells, and now what we're going to want to do is like with the wizard, you really can't use much and everything. So like toolkit. Yeah, so actually I'm gonna go with the toolkit instead, because that's 50 like 50 gold pieces cheaper. So the barbarian gets 50 gold back and everything is like, so that's 355. So that's 365. That's the elf. So 405. I'll go with the barbarian since like I'll put that figure get him some armor and stuff. So like a hand axe, longsword, crossbow, shield. Let's see how I go with those. I'm also searching for like this one grants you 2 attack dice against any monster in line of sight. The only used by the warlock. It's going to think about getting that for the wizard. Let's see here. Pull out all the armor. Let's see here. All right, that's what I was looking for, the staff for the. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, the bandolier. All right, so for the wizard, really can't use any armor, so I'll get the wizard out of the way. Let's see, staff costs 100, so he's down to 125. Let's see, I'll just put staff. Let's see here. Alright, staff. Weapon. This long, sturdy wooden staff gives you the attack strength of 1 combat dice. Because of its length, the staff enables you to attack diagonally. You may not use a shield when using this weapon. So, that's for the wizard. So he still has 1 attack dice, but he can now attack diagonally. So let's see. He's got 125 left. Alright, that's 550. Yeah, he won't be able to get that. So dagger. That can only be used by the warlock. Let's see here. Yeah. That looks like it's done for the wizard, so he still has like 125 gold left. So put him aside. Put those aside. And now what we're going to do is the elf. What we may want to do is upgrade not only attack but also defense and everything. So let's see here. Broadsword 250. Yeah, is it really? Yeah, we'll go with the broadsword for the elf. Upgrade his attack ability. So broadsword. Now he has attack of 3. So that was like a 250. So he has 115 left. Alright, so let's see here. I can get rid of one of those shields. Okay, let's see here. I'm not going to be able to afford chainmail for either or plate mail. Alright, so actually what I'm going to do, the barbarian is going to give like a 10 gold pieces to the elf. So he's down to 395. So that way the elf can get a helmet. And as you can see, this protective headpiece gives you 1 extra defend dice. May not be worn by the wizard. So now the elf has 3 defend dice. And that takes up all his gold. So the heroes are willing to share gold to kind of better their abilities. So now the barbarian, he's going to go and get some more armor. So like he's going to get both like a shield and a helmet. So that's 275. So shield and helmet, so 275. So he still has 120 left. But that brings his defense up to 4. So now he's going to be able to even better defend himself. So let's see. Who else has gold pieces left? So like the wizard's the only one with 125. So that'd be 240. Let's see. Chainmail, nope. Nope. Trying to see any more types of armor that they could quite possibly afford. And it doesn't look like it, so might have to save their golds for future uses and everything. So that pretty much is like the trial, and that sets up them for the next quest and everything. So they successfully completed quest 1, the trial, and so then up next will be quest 2, the rescue of Sir Ragnar. So in the next episode we'll be doing like the quest of Sir Ragnar, and of course like I did the shopping, the kind of mumbling about this shopping, so the upgrade like it'll get everyone back up to full strength and everything, erase all the damage because they now are able to get healed in between their quests and everything. So the party here was able to successfully complete the trial, the first quest. So now Keth the barbarian, he has his broadsword he started with. They shared their money so they could get more equipment. He was able to pick up a shield and helmet to bring his defend dice up to 4. He's got attack dice of 3. Andraste the elf got a broadsword and a helmet to bring his attack and defend dice both up to 3. Kellen the wizard was able to get a staff. He's keeping his dagger. His attack dice stays the same at 1. Defend dice stays the same. And he was also able to get like one of those potions of healing. 125 gold left. The barbarian has 120 gold left. He also has that heroic brew left as well. And of course, Kithri the rogue got a toolkit, so that way he can disarm traps and everything. Still has that potion of magic resistance. Staying with the dagger for 1 attack dice and 2 defend dice. So now, having seen this, I can quite possibly see a way to increase the ability for the rogue to do more damage. Now, I'm going to reference real quick his as I'm kind of rearranging these, to kind of better sort them. So 3 earth, 3 water, 3 air, 3 fire, and 3 elf spells. So now I see a way that we can actually increase the rogue's abilities. So he still will have his abilities. Once per turn, maybe throw 1 extra combat dice when attacking a monster next to another hero. Do not discard after use. Once per turn, when you attack with a short sword or dagger, you may make 1 additional attack with a dagger. Do not discard after use. Combat mobility. You may move unseen through spaces occupied by monsters. Do not discard after use. So now I'm going to actually search for that. Since he has the ambidextrous for the rogue, I'm going to search for that short sword. In fact, actually, scratch that. I don't even have to pay money. So the elf, having gotten the broadsword, had started off with a short sword. So here you go, Kithri. Here's the short sword that you can use as well. So I'll write that down since I don't need the short sword anymore. So I'll write 2, and I'll do 1 in parentheses right there to indicate the 1 attack dice. So now, don't even have to spend money to get him a short sword. So now he upgrade his attack dice to 2. So now he can do that extra attack and everything. So we just upgraded ourselves for this next adventure. Good old shopping spree right after. So as you can see, we're now quite better off and everything, better equipped. So like I said, we'll go over this real quick with finishing the first quest, the trial. Up next is quest 2, the search for as I flip the first one, as I'm mumbling. It was the first quest, the trial. The quest 2 is the rescue of Sir Ragnar. So now, with Keth the Barbarian, he has the broadsword. He also got some armor to upgrade to 3-4. He still has 8 body, 2 mind. Andraste the Elf got a broadsword. Gave a short sword to the rogue. And he also able to get a helmet to basically 3-3. Body points and mind stayed the same. Kithri the rogue got the Andraste this elf's short sword to be able to not only up his attack dice to 2, but use 1 of his abilities to do a dual attack or double attack type of deal. Still stays at 5 and 4. The wizard got a staff. His attack dice still stays the same, but he can start attacking diagonally. So in essence, I'll move this. So in essence, what you could do is put it'd be something like this. If the orc was right here, technically now all of them can attack because the wizard could attack diagonally. That's what the staff was able to do. And so now the orc will not be able to retaliate and everything. So that helps out the wizard with only having 4 mind points. And of course, all their spells and everything is all regenerated. So up next week will be the rescue of Sir Ragnar with quest 2.